Oh, wait. Hold on.
Breaking news.
There's no
But it's breaking news.
No.
I done told you that
This
if
is
you
big.
wanted your refunds, you would get your refunds.
This is big.
It is.
This is big. This is huge. But initially, Alex, they weren't going to do it. And this is the big story behind it because Sony has now officially removed a AAA game release from PSN.
It's unheard of.
You cannot find it. You can't. This is what happens when you pull it up on the store.
No.
No.
This is
No. And an official statement from Sony saying Cyberpunk 2077 refunds. CIE strives to ensure a high level of customer satisfaction. Therefore, we will begin to offer full refund for all gamers who have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 on the PlayStation Store. SIE will also be removing Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store until further notice. Once we have confirmed that you have purchased it, we will begin processing your refund. Please note that the completion of a refund may vary based on blah, blah, blah. Guys, wow. It has gotten so bad to the point where Sony has said, no, we're not allowing Cyberpunk to be sold on our platform.
But what about those people who's like, oh, I have no problems with them? Obviously, other people are having huge problems.
Well, it's not just that. I'm going to actually get into the nitty-gritty here because I actually think that this is a response from Sony sort of, backhanding CD Projekt Red for the way CD Projekt Red has handled it.
Well, I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you can't sell a game. They're offering full refunds regardless of how long that you've played it, right? And that is that is going forward. And you can't sell the game and be offering refunds because otherwise everyone would be like, shh, let's download it right now, and then we'll just refund it when it doesn't work later after we play through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So if you are offering full refunds, you can't sell the game. So they're going to kind of go hand in hand.
This is huge. I can't recall this ever happening before. You think about Fallout 76, which was broken on release. You think about the missing features that was in No Man's Sky. You think about if you want to go way back, you're talking about old school gaming. All of us old farts here,
Geriatric gamers.
We dealt with some broken ass
Stalker?
games. Stalker was
New Vegas was bad. Skyrim was broken. There's a bunch of games broken.
So you got it good here in 2020. Now, why did they actually remove it from the store? Why does this become the first game? I think that this is basically clapback from Sony. Basically, it's as if CD Projekt Red kind of threw Sony under the bus, and Sony's kind of just doing it right back to CD Projekt Red. How? Well, CD Projekt Red is like, look, you could get refunds, right? You can get refunds, just go get refunds. Well, I don't know if you know this, but Sony has like the most strict refund policy. Yep. They do not give you refunds. They don't want to deal with refunds. No, sir. Whereas other platforms are like, well, you play it for 2 hours? Yeah, it sucks. All right, here, go ahead. Take a refund, man. Yeah, we're with you. The thing sucks, right? No, Sony's like, the second you fucking click that button, then you start downloading. You don't even touch the game. You don't even start it. You don't even agree to any of the fucking things.
No refunds.
No, it's over. But here, Sony has been forced to because they got a flood of messages, right? Because obviously people have bought it digitally. There's a lot of digital sales this time. And either CD Projekt Red didn't inform Sony that they were going to do that, and Sony saw a huge influx of refunds on their end, and their customer sort was flooded. Initially, they had some generic responses like, no, you're not getting a refund, Sony. We need you to confirm this and that. And it pissed Sony off because they're like, what the hell, CD? Seriously? You're just going to refund everybody, and you expect me to give all the fucking refunds? So I think that's kind of what happened. They basically had them a little bit out of the loop on that. Now, later on, they said, oh, okay, we after discussing things with, Sony, we've decided this and this. And, it's all hands on deck at CD Projekt right now to get that PlayStation digital copy put back on the store. Because you think it's like, what? More than 100 million consoles, PlayStation 4 consoles out there. It's like 120. It's something like that. They need that game back on there. So you can kiss your PC bugs and patches goodbye until they fix this Sony thing to where they can get it to where Sony says, okay, now it's good to put back on the store. But what blows my mind is that Sony is supposed to have a certification.
They
Does
did.
anybody remember this?
Yeah, but Sony and Xbox both have certification processes, and I imagine. I mean, there was some talk about this when they did the investor call, saying that. They probably relied on us we promised them day one patch would fix all the things that they saw, and we didn't. It just wasn't the case. That day one patch didn't do it. It wasn't until 1.04 that the game became stable enough to even sort of play the game.
Yeah, exactly. And it must have been like the number of refund requests, triggered Sony to be like, okay, screw this, fuck you guys. Like, I'm pulling you off that because I actually can't think of a time where I saw it where games where they needed to be. You remember Life of Black Tiger? How the hell did that thing get certified? How the hell did that thing get sold? And that was on the PSN store, and it's still on the PSN store.
Don't check it
but
out.
Not Cyberpunk, right? It is a monumental mistake. But it's not fair to then. But wait a minute, how did that get certified? Well, there's actually stories where it appears as if a Cyberpunk was actually, or CD Projekt Red was actually apologizing for maybe misleading Sony and Microsoft in the certification process. Like, oh, we have some patches coming, it's going to be playable. But at the same time, the certification process, I've heard from an indie developer that I knew with the PSVR, it is stringent. They're like on this level, this frame per second drops this much and stuff. Mm-hmm. So honestly, we are uncovering a lot of information just from this big colossal screw up that maybe CD Projekt Red got some special treatment and CD Projekt Red promised the big publishers, no, it'll be ready, don't worry about it, we're going to put a patch, it'll be fine, and they misled them. So this is a story of CD Projekt Red, how high, much they've fallen, how the mighty have fallen, and basically lying. They lied to Sony. They lied to Xbox. They lied to us. They lied to the reviewers, trying to force reviewers to show only approved clips and stuff. And they made it, and then they said, "Oh yeah, the last gen versions are done. It's completed." They're not. Clearly, yes, there's a small segment. I've never seen an issue. I've never seen a single glitch. You're a liar. I saw this one tweet. It's like, I've never experienced a single glitch. Lies. Now, game-breaking glitches, you might be able to get through it without game-breaking glitches. We had game-breaking glitches. Jacob had game-breaking glitches. I don't know. Alex, did you get through it without game-breaking glitches?
Before the patch, it was unplayable. After the 1.04 patch on PlayStation 4, it became playable. There's all sorts of visual bugs and stuff, but no game-breaking glitches.
They still better give their bonuses to their developers, because this is not the fault of the developers. No. This is the fault of the suits, the management at CD Projekt Red, rushing it out exactly, caving to, I don't know, the wishes of either, screaming baby gamers, like, release it now, release it now. We have always maintained, at least here in the Angry Joe Show, and anybody professional are like, look, release it when it's done. We don't have a right to ask somebody to release something. My board game has been delayed. We're going to release it when it's done. The problem is it's not done, and you released it anyway, and you knew what you were doing, and now all this stuff, now they're getting the huge backlash. You've lost so much goodwill. It's nonstop yellow screens. It's just yellow screens upon yellow screens. Now these yellow screens are triggering me. Every time you see a yellow screen, we are sorry. Well, you know what? I would like to officially apologize. I would like to add my apology and put it in yellow, because apparently it's okay. If you just put it in yellow, then it's good. So here's the latest in the drama. We just started reaching out to people, send us messages with a confirmation receipt. We'll send these email outs in waves. So they're basically like, look, for retail copies, if you can't get a refund, then we're going to, do it, even if it has to come out of our own pocket, right?
They already taken a big hit because they lost the investors. It dropped.
The stock prices,
Yep.
Even we'll have to do it even if we have to pay for it. It's like, yeah, that's the refund. Through different methods, but it's like, that's what happens. None of this should have happened. So I don't want to see people blaming Sony for, they certified it, or, they're just being mean to CD Projekt Red by pulling it down. None of this would have happened if CD Projekt Red would have had the game in a better state, if they would have delayed it, if they said, you know what, those last-gen versions are unacceptable because they are unacceptable, and we need at least 2 to 3 patches to get it into a state that we think it's acceptable, and then so we're going to release that next year, March. The PC versions are out, and it's going to be some bugs, but even that's unacceptable to
But
me.
Joe, they said they went gold.
Get it
Everything
done.
was fine.
The apologies went gold.
Get
Oh,
it right
see?
the first time has been and so now I think Sony is basically just, doing this as a warning, basically, to other companies. Don't you be fucking doing this to us. Don't blindside us with, oh, yeah, go ahead, everybody can have free refunds. Sony's like, what? Never mess with Sony's cash flow. Nope, they're like, get him out of there.
Shut
Get him
it
off of
down.
there.
Shut it
down.
all down.
Shut it all down. They fucking lied, though.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that management, decided to push this thing out. Crazy.
Just waves
Crazy.
of waves. It's like, hey, I want my money back. It's like, we don't want to deal with this. Just take everything out.
Well, Sony had originally said that there had been articles posted somewhere that said that Sony had these mechanisms for specific refund cases per game in place, and that turned out not to be true. So CD Projekt Red actually contacted them about it and said, look, we were trying to see if we could provide that, and Sony said, we don't have that in place for these types of refunds, and so if we're offering refunds for everyone who has the game, we have to remove the game, because otherwise someone would download it today, play through the whole thing, or play as much as they possibly can, and immediately get a refund. So, it's
It
just a
seems
business
like
decision.
CDPR was given extraordinary permissions to release based on the promises, and they'd fix the bugs at the time of the release.
I mean, it's a reasonable thing.
But
We
it's a
would've
AAA.
given-
No, I don't think it's reasonable because it's not fair. That's, in my opinion, that's special treatment to a AAA publisher. Whereas, are they willing to give? They're willing to give a big studio pass, but they're not willing to give an indie studio pass. You have to have the rules the same for everybody. If you fucking certify it, then you certified it. Right?
I mean, I agree with that, but I also think that you should practice what we preach. And I had mentally given CD Projekt Red a pass where I pre-ordered the game. We
Yeah,
told people,
I did too.
How many
I fucking did too.
And so, like, CD Projekt Red was
They
kind of
burned
the
us.
chosen one where
They fucking
you know,
burned
they'll
us.
fix the bugs, they will fix the glitches. They won't ever add the content back, but they will never.
yeah,
fix
any fucking company can do that.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
I will never have the respect for them that I did before. That is gone, and they will never get that back. No matter what bugs get wiped out, the features are still gone.
Yeah,
those
the
aren't coming
clean
back.
record can never come back,
No,
unfortunately. Now, here's what you could do. You can fix that and polish it and then give some extra free features, do maybe, cyberpunk versions, special edition. You know how, like,
You're
I don't
sounding
know.
like Todd.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Todd Howard?
Todd
How am I
Howard.
sounding
That's
like Todd
not
Howard?
where you start.
It's where
That's
you
where
end up. No Man's
Is that what
Sky's
he said?
playable. Sea of
CD
Thieves.
Projekt sounds like that. Okay.
Yeah,
because
like,
I'm
it's
saying
gonna be fixed. It's coming. The patches are coming. I was like, no, but I'm playing this
Yeah.
right now, and
Well,
I
yeah.
hate it.
Yeah,
You
it shouldn't
tainted this.
exactly. It should
It's a
never
big
been released that
stain.
way. And that does sound like Todd. That it's like, look, we're gonna fix it. It's gonna be a live service. It's gonna be in a better state. You remember? You remember when he was making all those excuses,
Yeah.
and now that's CD Projekt Red. We're gonna make it right. We're gonna fix
Exactly.
it. It's like this should have never happened in the first place, and you can never remove that stain on your reputation.
Yep.
And it's going to make me question the next game that comes out. Is it going to be in this state? It pains me so much because it's like I thought that this was a company that upheld the same things that we, agreed on. And from all the marketing, it seemed that way. And from all the outward tweets, it seemed that way. But in the end, it was about money. And in the end, it was about just releasing it, as quickly as possible and, getting it out there, and even when it's not ready. And that was wrong. That was a wrong decision, and now they're going to deal with it. Now, can there be a redemption arc for them? Sure. There can, and there better be, essentially. Otherwise they're going to continue to lose, sales. They're going to continue to have refunds. Sony's never going to relist it. So, of course, they're all hands on deck right now to get that PlayStation
Crunch
version
time.
back up. I know,
Yeah,
more
that's what I
crunch
was
time.
thinking.
They are in such a fucking bind. Do you see why you don't release something when it's not ready? You don't do it. It doesn't matter how much money you think you're going to make at that time. You
Where
will
are
make
these refunds?
all this shit that it costs is going to cost you way more, not only in reputation and time and effort, but also money than it would have cost to just say, look, we're going to delay it another 3 months. I'm sorry. Yes, we're the meme. And then just meme yourself, right? But now you are a walking meme. Everybody's memeing you, and it's memes all over the place, and it's a messy ass situation.
Unfortunately.
The only way moving forward is you cannot clear this from your record until you release another game, and then that fucking game, when that releases, that better be polished as hell. But then even then, people are still going to be like, well, you remember what happened with Cyberpunk kind of thing. So it's going to take a long time for them to regain back some of this trust. And I do think they can do it, but it's so painful. So painful.
You were the chosen one.
Yes, I said that meme right there. That's that meme. You're not supposed to join them. You're supposed to destroy them, not join them. And you join them. No.
It's live service.
No. And honestly, and I haven't been playing the game and like grinding the game like I should. It makes me so depressed. I'll play the game and I'll run into these things and I'm like, I'm gonna take a break. I'm moving on to the next thing, and then I get back to it. So the review is coming, guys. Just give me some more time on it. I want to factor in a lot of this other stuff as well. So by our angry impressions, our angry rant, the streams that you can tune into on twitch.tv, you should already know how we kind of feel about the game. Continue to, do that, and then the review will come out soon. So I spent a little time on that. All right, guys. We just wanted to, inform this breaking news. Sony has straight up bitch slapped CD Projekt Red and said, do not do this ever again. And honest, they're basically joining gamers and do not do this ever again. And where they go from here, time will tell. But they definitely need to do their best to try to earn back.
Yeah, because they did a big disservice to themselves. Now everything is going to be like looking through critical eyes. Like, all right, did they mess this up?
Exactly.
AKA Elder Scroll.
Bethesda. Yeah, I mean,
the new one
done.
coming out, because everyone's gonna be like, "All right, I gotta look at all these bugs."
It's not just the bugs, though. Like, that's the thing that drives me crazy about this. It's not just the bugs, right? There's a lot of bugs.
Missing features.
Missing features will never come back.
Promised missing features, the marketing. You know how much shit I gave to fucking Alien Colonial Marines when that shit came out? It didn't come with all the stuff. They had such scope, such ambition, and even marketing that. And yes, they did say we're removing this. Remember, there was that point where you can crawl on the walls with the mantis blades, and you can do all sorts of crazy ass stuff. That shit is gone. That is not in the game. But what makes me very angry is stuff that still is marketed as in the game. This Night City, PD is this and that, and they're gonna no.
The streets are empty.
The cops in this game are the worst
They're
AI I've
invisible.
ever seen. They are invisible. They spawn into nowhere.
Gotcha.
And you cannot bribe them and all this other crap that they're talking about. There are missing features and misled marketing. And so you combine all of that stuff with all the bugs, with the fact that we put CD Projekt Red up here, and now we're realizing they're here. They're just with everybody
They're European
else.
Bethesda.
So
We played ourselves.
We played
ourselves.
yourself. You can't trust nobody.
Right?
You can't trust no. Who can you trust? Who can you trust?
No one.
No one.
Don't pre-order
Can't you
games
trust?
anymore.
What? Do what?
Don't pre-order games anymore.
Oh,
at all.
I thought I said don't play games no more. No, I'm gonna play games.
Maybe Sucker Punch. I like Sucker Punch.
I don't know.
Sucker
All
Punch.
right,
You're now
guys.
the chosen one.
Who is the chosen one?
Sucker
Chad?
Punch.
Don't mess it
Give me
up.
Ghost
And City
2.
Projekt Red, you want to be the chosen one again? You
No.
have to work fucking hard.
Nope, they're done.
And no, it might be done. All right, guys, that's it for this one. We have something else we want to talk about. We'll create it in a separate video. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall see how this thing plays out. All right?
Yeah.
Bye, guys.